Last but not the least is holding yourself accountable. Now, most difficult part. How do I can hold you accountable? Very easy to do. I can hold my child accountable. You did not do this. I can hold my subordinate accountable. But how do I hold myself accountable? Again, a big learning from the master of behavior change, Marshall Goldsmith. He talks about it in his book. He also talked about it when we met him. And he says to be accountable, you have to understand the power of checklist. There's a Dr. Gawande, who wrote a book, The Checklist Manifesto. And he talks about checklist being the most important reason as to why surgeries are successful or not successful. He also talks about the fact how a checklist ensures that a plane flies and comes back and lands safely. So don't get egoistic enough to believe that you will remember everything. You cannot remember everything. How many times it happens when we are going to office? We are very clear of what is important for us for that day. But once we go there, within 1 hour, we forget all that is important. Why? Because the urgency takes us over and the important is put to the side. That is why the behaviors that you and me demonstrate. So what are we saying is the action that we are going to take, we need to write down these actions. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then we have to give a measure on it to say how much of these behaviors and actions that I said I would do, did I do day on day on day on day on day. So this is the power of the checklist. Once you create a checklist and start measuring how well you are doing on each of the actions that you committed to, you are going to hold yourself accountable also for it. Now, another way of doing it is very simple, and this again comes from a research that was carried out in the Institute of Applied Emotional Intelligence, which said if you have an idea, the chances you will do it is only 10%. So we have an idea, the chances we will do it is 10%. If we had an idea and we decided by when we will complete it, the chances we'll complete it is 40%. So we had an idea, we decided when we'll do it 40%. When we decide and make a plan for it, our chances of doing it goes to 50%. So we had an idea 10%. We decided when we completed 40%. We made a plan 50%. Now we commit to somebody to say, hey, I'm committing it to you and I'm going to come and I will do it. You see, I will do it. The chances you will do it goes to 65%. Now there's one element that now if you put in place, this 65% goes to 95%. And what is this? I made a commitment and now I hold every week I go to the person and tell him or her whether what I committed to did I do or not. Right? Somebody asked me again a question in one of the workshops. He said, Pawan, where's the 5% gone? I said, 5% kuch luck ko bhi de do na. Because nothing in life can be 100%. All we are trying to do by learning all this and creating processes is to increase the probabilities of our success. Is it certain we will be successful? Some percentage you have to give to success. But what can I do within my locus of control is do all that I can do within my power to be successful in life. And the 7 steps that we talked about increase the probability of your success. So these are 7 steps process that we talked about.